Max.
Hi, and I'm Denise.
And welcome back to another edition of Urban Lifestyles. It's hard to believe we've been saying that for 10 years, and we're getting ready to kick off our 11th year.
Yeah, where did the time go? Where did the time go from this last year, from 2018 to 2019?
I don't know. I think that's one of the things with getting older. The years just kind of blend together. And speaking of blending together and doing things, in 2019, people are probably setting some things that we call resolutions.
Yeah, but I don't like to make resolutions. I like to have goals. Why? Because with goals, you have objectives, and you're going to meet them, and there's a plan to achieve it. With resolutions, it's just a resolution.
Yeah, and that's a good point. So we know probably about 3 weeks in, everybody's already fallen off the bandwagon. So we're up here in the fitness center because one of our goals for 2019 is to try to be as healthy as we possibly can at this time in life that we happen to be in. What we're going to be doing today is a recap of some of the great shows that we presented to you in 2018. Some of the things we're going to be talking about is the Girlfriends and their day party, also the Black Bourbon Society. You also did an interview with a female that was 100 years old.
Yes.
And also the Black poster artist from the St. James Art Fest. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Hashtag YBPRC. If we can get no justice, there can be no peace. We royal, blood of Mansa Musa flows inside of me until we arms lock united, MLK and down the street. We rose from Bloody Sunday cause the fight would not decease. And now we fight in equity for fingers too. Peace.
Join the conversation. Visit pridepeaceprevention.org.
So Denise, I think now is probably a good time for us to share with our audience some of our favorite clips from 2018.
Chapter, there's a lot of history indeed. So here I'm standing with girlfriend Sherry Hamilton. And Sherry, welcome once again to this fabulous affair. But I know you know a lot about the history for the Girlfriends chapter, so just share a little bit about that.
Well, the Girlfriends were founded in 1953, October the 10th, and my mother was one of the 13 charter members.
And your mom's name?
Was Ruth Booker Bryant. And all the charter members now are deceased, but we're carrying on the tradition of fun and friendship and service. But basically fun and friendship is what this organization was founded on. In 1927, the national organization was founded during the Harlem Renaissance in New York City.
When we like to say things are always going on here, and I'm here with Samara, who is the president of the Black Bourbon Society. Welcome to Urban Lifestyles, and tell me a little bit about the society.
Well, thank you so much for coming to our event here at Fountain on 4th. So Black Bourbon Society is a group that I started about 2 years ago. It is a social organization that really brings together African American bourbon enthusiasts from across the country. So we have about 3,500 members from California, Atlanta, New Orleans, Louisville, into DC, Chicago, all across the country. We all get together and we work with the brands to do a lot of direct consumer marketing events.
Well, so there's obviously a need if you've got 3,500 members.
Oh, yeah.
So what are some of the things that you all do, and what does it take to become a member?
Well, the need is that I've figured out that there wasn't a lot of marketing that was geared towards an African American consumer.
And as Michelle mentioned, in conjunction with tonight's theme of her dad was going to be 100 years old, there is a lady right here, beautiful lady, who is 100 years old, who will be one of the honorees tonight. This is Miss Evelyn Glass. And Miss Glass, I am so honored to talk to you. I hear that you're 100 years young.
Yes, I am. I was 100 the 22nd of July.
What is it like being 100? Because you do not look 100.
It's just an ordinary day. Like every day, I get up and I thank the good Lord that He woke me up, started me out for the day.
The 62nd annual St. James Art Fest, and I'm here with Mr. Kenneth K.O. Lewis, and he has the distinction of doing the poster for the 62nd annual St. James Art Fest. And welcome to Urban Lifestyles, and first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's a great honor.
So tell me, what went into your concept as it relates to your submission?
Well, the concept that I wanted to focus on was the most iconic visual for St. James, which is the fountain. And so when I wanted to focus on that piece, I'm a portrait, artist by trade, and so I wanted to focus on the figure itself, paint that in a very similar style to what I do. As you can see, my artwork is focused on portraits as well as the text, and I wanted to incorporate that within the painting.
We were a lot of different places in 2018. And what was, of those four, which one was one of your favorites
Well,
to
of
do?
course, what stands out for me is the Girlfriends celebrating their 65th anniversary of the Louisville chapter. That's a long
definitely
time
a landmark.
for friendships. And then the opportunity at Mr. Art Walters Scholarship Fund, the Miss Glass, the 100-year-old lady.
Right.
I was blown away with her. Yeah.
And nothing about her would make you think she was 100 years old. And I guess one that stood out for me was the Black Bourbon Society. I didn't realize that, as people say now, that it was a thing. And to know that Louisville has a chapter, I think that's pretty fantastic, being that 95% of the bourbon is right here in Kentucky. We'll take another break and back with more right after this.
Energy Company.
We are mothers,
fathers,
neighbors, and friends.
Working hard when the weather is good,
and even harder when it's not.
With online updates to keep you safe and informed during the storm.
Programs to save you energy and money.
And new projects to help us provide cleaner, more reliable energy.
We're more than an energy company.
We are LG&E.
We're LG&E.
We are LG&E.
Our energies go to serving you.
So welcome back. As you can see, Max is getting a head start, but he won't be beating me out for the new year. But giving you a head start would be how you can keep yourself warm and safe. And we have a very good segment with LG&E about Project Warm. So let's just take a look.
It's January, and we're back for another segment of Energy Matters. Of course, we're with our partners from LG&E, Miss Natasha Collins. Welcome back to Urban Lifestyle.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it is a new year, 2019. And before we look around, this year will be halfway over. And of course, in January, what we're always concerned about is keeping warm, being fuel efficient, and of course, we're out here at Project Warm. So tell us what's going on today.
Well, as you mentioned, we get into the colder temperatures. We've had some nice mild temperatures so far this winter, but we're into those colder temperatures, seen some snow in some locations. And, during this season, weather really has an impact on your energy bills. We know that when you look at your energy bill, heating and cooling accounts for as much as 50% of it. So anything in your home that's inefficient, leaks and gaps around your doors and windows, things like that, that makes a big difference. Your furnace is working harder because it's pulling in that cold air from outside, working hard to heat it up and to maintain that warmer temperature in the home. So we wanted to come here to our friends at Project Warm and talk a little bit about one of the programs that they offer that is a great resource for, how can we empower ourselves? What can we do to make sure we're being as efficient as possible so that we can stay warm and comfortable in our homes, but we can also try to save some energy too.
Right. And you all have been a partner with Project Warm for how many years?
As long as they've been in existence. We actually had an employee that was one of the founding members of Project Warm. And since that time, we've just had this great partnership. We both have the same goals in mind in assisting our community and helping them stay comfortable and making sure that there are programs and services to assist the most vulnerable residents in our community. So we've worked and partnered to make sure that that's happening.
Right. And I guess this is probably a good time to bring in Lisa, who is the new director of Project Warm.
Actually, Lisa is the woman we need to have here because she's got all the knowledge with respect to the energy management workshops that are offered and some of the other programs. Okay. But it's that energy management workshop that we want to talk about today. So she's got some useful information for everybody.
We're back, and I'm here with the Community Outreach Director for Project Warm. And Lisa, you have a very busy job because it's that time of year. So tell us a little bit about your role and the services that you offer.
Okay, what we offer, we have the energy management workshops that are free of charge. And what I do is go out into the community and educate the community on how to weatherize and get more energy efficient with their home.
All right. So what are some of the responses that you get when you're out in the community?
Most of the people that do come to the workshops that we offer are very excited to learn new processes and techniques on how to weatherize their home. They are very excited about being able to receive a kit from us.
So Lisa, I'm looking at the table. You have some great items here that can really help make your home a lot more energy efficient. So tell us about these items.
Okay, these items right here is what the participants receive once they have completed our workshop. Okay. This here we have a plastic, of course, and we have the tape to put up the plastic with. We also have caulking. We have a card here that offers information of other agencies and what type of programs that they may have to assist people in the neighborhood. We also have directions for how to put the plastic up to the window, just in case you forget something that you've learned in the workshop.
Okay, so when you're putting the plastic on the windows, I've heard two schools of thought. Does the plastic go on the outside or does the plastic go on the inside? And what's the benefits of either way?
Okay, well, we usually put the plastic on the inside of the window, and it helps with keeping the air out, the cold air out, and also the hot air out in the summertime. So it's beneficial during the winter as well as the summer.
Okay, and if somebody wants to attend these workshops, how do they find out this information?
They can go on our Facebook page, and they can also contact our office, and our number is 502-636-9272, and they can just ask about the workshops, and we will let them know where they can register or what agency may be hosting the workshop.
And these workshops are free to the public?
Yes, it is. It is free to the public, and there is no income guidelines, so that's very important.
All right, that's great information. I see a lot of things that are on this table that I should be using at our home because, we still have leaks in our home, and it's just amazing when you cut out some of those little bitty pieces of air, the difference that it makes. And that's a great time to bring back our friend, Miss Natasha Collins. So we're talking about stopping cold air from getting in. I saw you, I thought of hot air, but, we're really talking about bringing in cold air. So, this is a great partnership that you all have, and I'm sure you're getting a lot of positive response in the community from it.
It's fantastic. It's Project Swarm's show, and we just try to assist them as much as possible to make sure that they have the supplies that they can have folks use in the community when they take these tactics home and apply them to their own home. So it's a really great partnership, making sure, again, that everybody can stay warm and comfortable. Their services, I know Lisa would say it if she was right here, but their services are offered all year round. So even though a lot of people only think of Project Warm in the cold, their services are offered all year round, which is important so that your home can be efficient year round as well.
All right. So, as we start into 2019, any additional tips that you would give from LG&E's perspective as we move into 2019?
Absolutely. In addition to touching base with Project Warm, if you're interested in their services, folks can always give us a call if they have any concerns or if they have any questions. They can go to our website, lge-ku.com/helping you. That page actually has some of the resources that we offer. If they have concerns, they can give us a call, talk to a customer service representative who can kind of listen to what their issue is and connect them with the best resources, whether it's something that we offer inside the company or through the company or one of the outside resources. So anything from billing questions to connecting them with our third-party heating assistance agencies, which can provide some assistance to customers who need it, or some of the community agencies. They can connect them to 211 that can get them to the other agencies as well.
Well, it was great doing another Energy Matters segment with LG&E. And one thing that we're finding out is that, they're out there, they're everywhere in the community, and it really makes a difference for those who really need, that winter assistance. LG&E and Project Warm, they're there.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. Could you tell that he was getting winded?
Oh, no.
And he's going on slow speed. So stay tuned because we're going to be back with more recap for 2018.
101.3, Kentuckiana's #1 station for R&B. Magic 101.3. Me that green light. With your permission. We're live, local, and Louisville. Magic 101.3, the home of Steve Harvey and Morning Show. We are.
One. Okay, maybe two. So we're back. We're still working on our fitness routines for 2019. Some other things that we did in terms of some great segments that we want to share with you again. We did the F.E. Whitney Classic, which was down in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Also an MSD Appreciation, Second in Jazz at the Omni, and the Lincoln Foundation Scholarship Program. Take a look at these. We're talking about the F.E. Whitney Classic. So tell us, what made you decide to take on this great event?
It's great. Let me correct you. Without God, this wouldn't be possible. So God gave a vision about 10 years ago. How can we bring economic development to our community? How can we showcase 2 great HBCUs? And how can we showcase our hometown all that together? And that turned into the F.E. Whitney Classic.
And I'm assuming that this is going to be the first of many classics that you're going to try to do here.
That's the hope. So our goal is to please our customers, Kentucky State University and Lane College. Hopefully they like what we did, and the community, we got a lot of good support. People here, so we hope we can do it again next year.
So tell us about some of the people that are supporting this event.
Right. The first support is City of Hopkinsville, Christian County government. They stepped up first and said, we want this game here. Christian County Public School System allowing us to use the facility. They're great here, as well as the coach of Christian County High School. Both the boosters programs are running our concession stands to help out the schools.
I'm here with Tony Parrott, who is the CEO of MSD, and I just found out something today that I didn't know. This man is a singer. We heard you up there doing karaoke, and that's just another great feature that you bring to the table.
Well, you know, it's fun and gives us an opportunity to let the staff get involved and showcase their talents and in the process of trying to raise money for the community.
And this event is all about MSD Cares.
Yeah, MSD Cares is the brand of the program, and every year it just seems like it gets bigger and bigger. And today what I asked the crew was, you know, are we our brother's keepers? And everybody said, yes, we are. And so that means that we're committed every year to do the best we can to make sure that we're giving back to the community we serve.
As the leader of this organization, how does it make you feel to see, you know, your employees, everybody so engaged in so many different aspects of the community?
Well, it's really, really, really refreshing. And, you know, when you think about the state of what we deal with in our communities today and what we're dealing with in the world, just the fact that we can come together as employees and as an organization with love in our hearts and giving back to those that are less fortunate, because we all have family members and friends that we love and folks that struggle. And, you know, this being a part of the holiday season, it makes it even more special.
We do this for 4 different charities. The monies we raise will go to Metro United Way, Fund for the Arts, Water Step, Wednesday's Child, there it is.
All right.
And so all the money that we collect, this is through employee contributions, payroll deductions, and then festivities and different games will be shared among those 4 charities.
So the charities that you've selected, how did you come up with those 4? Because there are a lot of great charities out here in this community.
I think it was just sort of like a decision with the executive team that we had. Not sure their strategy, but we've been doing it for quite a while.
So we're with Bob Baldwin, and you are signing CDs, never out of season. You've got them all. You gave an excellent show here tonight. We had about 400, almost 500 people here. Definitely a blessing. So, you know, how do you explain what you do, and how do you keep doing it so well?
Well, first of all, I appreciate the people of Louisville coming out to check me out. I was here last summer at your Derby City Jazz Fest. That was amazing, and I'm honored to be coming back. You know, this is my 30th year doing this. I got 23 CDs out. I just, you know, it's about longevity and consistency, man. And I'm blessed to still be here talking about it.
I'm standing here with Lori Williams, and she performed with Bob Baldwin tonight. Excellent. This is her CD. If you don't have it, this is something that you definitely need to pick up. So, Lori, tell me a little bit about your jazz style. Who are your influences, and how did you get started?
Diane Reeves is my influence. I love her a lot. I've been doing this for, oh my gosh, so many years. Started at Hampton University in the 80s.
My daughters went to Hampton.
Awesome, and my daughter too. Okay. And I worked in a lot of the jazz programming there, and I was on the radio station there, and I've been doing this for a minute, but I'm just grateful to have a chance to work with Mr. Baldwin and get this out.
So what is it like to be able to, you know, have a passion, have a conviction, and to see it all come to fruition?
It's a blessing. That's bottom line. It's a blessing. So I'm grateful.
We won't have any more suspense. Just share with the audience about your role with the Whitney M. Young Scholars and what tonight means and what year this is and all that stuff. Because a lot of people have heard about the program, but they don't know, so we're going to peel back some layers.
Thank you, Denise. The Whitney M. Young Scholars Program is a
college prep program. We work with young people in grades 7 through 12, the majority of whom qualify for free or reduced lunch and have a minimum GPA of 3.0.
Students who are involved with the Whitney Scholars Program is Nikki and TJ, and so welcome to Urban Lifestyles. Nikki, I'm going to start with you. Share with us your experience in the Whitney Scholar Program.
My Whitney Young Scholars Program, my experience has been nothing less than amazing. I actually went to Austria this past summer and they helped fund my trip, and it was just an amazing trip, and I'm so thankful that they were able to help me just go through the motions of being able to pay for it, and I just had an amazing experience.
Now, when you're in the program, do you get, I'm going to fund this to you, TJ, do you get to select your own school? Or do they kind of help you in that process of where you want to go to school? Because I know you're at Berea.
I am at Berea.
Okay, and you're at?
Daniel. I currently go to the University of Louisville.
Yes.
As far as I know and the way it worked for me, when I went to the program, all they did was kind of help mold your options as far as school. As far as schools we're looking at, they helped you with your GPA, helps you find scholarships to different places, helps you look at what different schools offered you as far as different majors and things like that. So it's not, with the option and the choice is up to you, which I feel like education always should be. But they just kind of like helped you, give you like the best array of options to decide and pick from.
Well, this last segment we're going to be introducing is something I think we're definitely really proud of, and that's the Derby City Jazz Festival, and we'll be bringing it back again in 2019, August 9th and 10th. But here are some highlights for some of the things that we did during the Derby City Jazz Festival.
Okay, so we're still here at the Derby City Jazz Festival. I have this big smile on my face. It goes beyond my lips and my mouth because I just had a total eargasm. But I'm here with one of the outstanding artists, Marion Meadows. Marion, thank you for coming back again and just blessing our ears and our soul with your fabulous music.
Well, Denise, thank you for having us. You know, you guys are family, and I'm so happy and proud of you, what you have now done with the Derby Jazz Festival. This is now one of the premier festivals in America today, and for those who are watching and that have never attended, make sure you get out here next year. This is beautiful. You know, we musicians have our favorite festivals, you know.
I'm about to ask you that.
We go play it for anybody now, but we do have our favorite festivals that we talk about, and this is one of the premier spots for us now on our calendar. So thank you for having me back.
I know life can be hectic and busy a lot, but in regards to you all traveling and playing, how do you find the time to come up with your new music projects? Because one of my favorite new ones for me is Suede.
Well, you know, it's like, you know, you have to keep that's the part of music that keeps you youthful because you're constantly creating. So, you know, we don't get much sleep. We create. We go do gigs, and in my case, I do a lot because I do the art and the music. But it's just something that is a part of my DNA, and I'm blessed, and it's a glorious, wonderful gift that I have. And so if I don't get much sleep, well, that's okay. I'll catch up with it later.
And real quick, though, your art, are you still doing the same vein of the style of art? Are you still on that vibe, or are you changing up a little bit? Because he's a visual artist as well.
It's very eclectic, and it varies. I mean, I don't like to stay in the genre is constantly changing for me, and so that part of that eclectic side of my brain is also the reason that my music has always been very eclectic. I don't really have one style of music that I actually listen to, and when I'm home, I mean I listen to everything from classical to country to jazz. I mean I'm an omnipresent, you know, appreciator of art, but that also reflects in my own art as well. So you never know what you're gonna get from me.
Well, I enjoyed what you put down tonight. So thank you so much. You're busy, and we're going to let him go rest and enjoy the evening. So, Marion, thank you.
Thank you.
So tonight, we're still moving in this great vibe. I have another great
artist here, Mr. Kim Waters. Kim, thank you so much for attending the Derby City Jazz Festival.
And thank you for having me. We had a great time, great vibe, beautiful weather. We couldn't ask for more.
I know last year your sweet daughter Kayla was here, and she and our youngest daughter started having a little rivalry because she went to Howard and our daughter went to Hampton. Yeah, she's sweet. She was wonderful. She put it down as well.
That's awesome.
So she has to have good genes. But, you know, basically, I've been hearing your music for so long. I'm telling my age. But what was it that what prompted, see, you probably was younger and starting, but what prompted you to pick up your instrument and start playing the sax?
I started at 7, I started playing the violin.
Really?
And then at 8, I switched to the saxophone. And then my parents, through the school system, they figured out that I was a child prodigy. So I started taking college courses at age 12. And I finished college when I was 17. I moved to New York at 19 and got my first record deal at 22. Yeah, so the rest has been history, so we say. Yeah, and it's been a blessing, and this is all I've ever done, and I just give all the glory to God. Yeah.
So yes, we're still here at the Derby City Jazz Festival, and I'm beaming from ear to ear and soul to soul. And I had one of the most ultimate of eargasms, and that's one of my favorite vocalists, Mr. Will Down.
Oh, thank you.
Will, thank you so much for coming and gracing us for the Derby City Jazz Festival.
It's my pleasure, truly my pleasure. My first time, and this is great. This is fantastic.
So your story, and you're learning how they discovered you could sing from a child.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to go into the type of music that you sing versus other types of music?
Well, I don't have that type of voice, so I found out what I do and what people like hearing from me very early in my career. So that was like in the 80s. And the women kind of gravitated towards the ballads and the mid-tempo songs. So I stayed the course. I try to, be yourself at all times. And it's worked for me for 30 years now.
I know starting out into a career, and especially one in entertainment and just knowing a little bit about your story, what was it on the inside of you that gave you the faith and the fortitude that I'm going to keep at this?
Well, God has blessed me. He allowed me to come back from being extremely ill. Mm-hmm. And I'm not pretty and smart like you are. So he gave me this talent. That's all I got. That's all this is. That's all I got. So I'm grateful, and that's just it. I wish I had a better answer, but that's it.
When the Derby City Jazz Festival, it was a great event. Each year is getting bigger and better, and I'm just excited as the people that will be attending. Just can't wait for 2019.
The outpouring support of the community
Yep.
and the surrounding regional cities that came, and the cities are getting farther and farther away who's coming in. So it was wonderful.
It was. So keep your ears open. August 9th and 10th at Churchill Downs, the Derby City Jazz Festival will be back. You know what? I think that's our show.
That's our time. We've got a brand new year, 2019. Cheers to this new year, and you know what? It's another chance for you to get it right.
Right. So, as we're leaving, I'll challenge you. Let's see who can do the most curls.
Please.
Okay, 1, 2. See you back here next time on Urban Lifestyle. Bye-bye.